The lightsaber was the prized weapon of the Jedi and Sith. For the Jedi, it was meant to protect, and for the Sith, destroy. Both the orders of the Jedi and Sith who used these legendary and iconic weapons had enemies all across the stars, and enemies that prepared weaponry of their own in order to defeat their force-sensitive foes. Of all the weapons designed to stop a lightsaber, the vibroblades were perhaps the most famous and deadly. The vibroblades were short swords developed to vibrate at intense speeds when being utilized. This was to ensure that even if the blade made the slightest cut against an enemy, the vibrations would create a gaping wound. In this state, however, the vibroblades were not especially deadly against a lightsaber, as the lightsaber still generated enough heat and energy to effortlessly cut through the blade. Pairing the vibroblades with a material known as cortosis, however, was a different story. Cortosis was a mineral that was highly durable and nearly indestructible. The reason the weapon was so effective against lightsabers, however, was not because it was durable, but because it conducted energy extremely effectively. Cortosis conducted energy so well, in fact, that if a lightsaber were to strike it, the weapon would temporarily short circuit. Quote, "I never knew the proper name for the stuff. I gather that if your lightsaber has Demetrius circuits anywhere in the activation loop, hitting the rock starts a feedback crash running through the system that takes only a fraction of a second to shut down the whole thing." Pairing the vibroblade with this cortosis proved to be a dangerous combination for any lightsaber wielder, as not only was the vibroblade alone dangerous, but they also had to either avoid the blade entirely or deal with a deactivated lightsaber and rely solely on their force abilities or physical abilities. During the Clone Wars conflict, this type of blade was increasingly rare and difficult to find, but they still did exist, and were utilized by several bounty hunters who operated during this period. Just following Order 66, a group of surviving Jedi acquired a cortosis blade and confronted Darth Vader using it, as they knew even as a group his skills with the lightsaber were superior to any of them. If the metal was made into armor, it would also have the same effect, and the lightsabers would again deactivate if they struck the material. The time the vibroblades and the cortosis weave was most widely used was during the Jedi Civil War, after Revan defected from the Jedi and created his own Sith Empire led by himself and his apprentice Darth Malak. The reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the galaxy. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies. The blade could, however, be overcome, mainly by using one's force abilities, or in the case for Darth Vader, taking the blade for himself and defeating his enemies with physical abilities. For a time, the cortosis weave in the blades was hugely popular amongst the Mandalorians and bounty hunters, but after the Jedi yet again gained control over the galaxy, the weapons were outlawed, as the Jedi were meant to be peacekeepers, and again outlawed it because of it. Ironic, as during the reign of the Empire, lightsabers were also outlawed. So what are your thoughts on the swords that could deactivate lightsaber blades, and had you ever heard of vibroblades before this video? Also, this is Legends material, and would you ever like to see anything like this in canon? And if so, tell me why. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed and want to help the channel out, be sure to hit the like button. If you would like to see more Star Wars explanation videos and stay up to date with all the Star Wars news from The Last Jedi to Star Wars Rebels, hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to turn on notifications to see everything as soon as it comes out, and to make sure that you become a living holocron today. If you would like to get in direct contact with me, follow me on Twitter, where we discuss all things Star Wars and debate with one another on the various topics concerning the universe. If you have any video ideas you want to see explored, leave them in the comments below the video, with hashtag suggestion at the end of your comment so I can find it better. If you do end up leaving a suggestion, I really appreciate it and hope to one day make a full video dedicated to your question or suggested topic. Thanks again just for simply watching the video and your continued support on this Star Wars journey. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.